From a young age, we learn thanks to our environment and the adults that surround us. The activities and games of everyday life also teach us, as well as the various experiences and discoveries that we come upon on our own. In a lifetime, we will encounter different types and ways of learning. We are all familiar with school learning. In school, we are taught to read, write, count, with a certain pedagogy and specific lessons. Did you know that we learn a lot of things without even realizing it? How and what? Well, consider everyday life and its activities that allow us to sometimes, unintentionally, learn and enrich our knowledge and skills. This learning allows us, for example, to be more independent and creative, to better understand how things work, and to socialize. This is called fortuitous teaching. Social workers' interventions with people with disabilities illustrate perfectly incidental education. We will show you how fortuitous teaching can take place in your daily practice using activities and animation. Let's see if you understand what fortuitous teaching is. We'll analyze this scene to discover when fortuitous teaching takes place and find out what Roberto and Juanita have learned.
For lunch, we have to make dessert for everyone. We agreed to make chocolate fondants.
We have to make the shopping list.
Yes, but first we have to look at the recipe to see how many chocolate fondants we have to make.
Wait, I will get to take the recipe book.
Go and see if you can find the recipe for a fondant in the book. Well, look at the beginning of the book, in the table of contents. Yes, there. Look, there.
Juanita has just learned how to quickly find information in a book by consulting the table of contents or the index.
If you find it.
No, I can see the recipe of fondant chocolate.
No.
How are we going to do that? It's so annoying. Do we do something else?
No. What other ways do we know to find a recipe, in your opinion?
With computer or a phone?
Exactly. We can look for the recipe in internet.
I didn't know. How does it work?
Well, we are going to stand next to the computer, please. Can you? Thank you. Well, look. Oh, it's already on. You see? Roberto, have you ever used the computer?
No, it's too complicated. I prefer use my phone.
No, Roberto, it's as easy to do on a computer as doing it on your phone. We'll do it together. Put your phone aside. Okay. Look, do you see that sign here? You take the mouse. It's called a computer mouse. You see there are two parts. You can click on the right part here, on this side, or on the left, here, on this side. Yes.
No, it's too no easy. With my phone, I just use my finger.
But if you take a look, it's easy. Even I can do it.
Wait, look. Do you see? You're going to put the little arrow you see there on the computer and you move it with the mouse in the middle part. You see there, and you press the left button of your mouse. Press the left button here. And you see There you have a flashing bar. It's called a cursor, and it means that you can write, okay? So,
Roberto, meanwhile, has learned what a computer can do, how a mouse works, and what a cursor is and what it's for. He has also learned that the arrangement of letters on a computer keyboard can be different from his phone's keyboard and cannot be as easily changed. Roberto is not comfortable using a computer because it requires him to change his typical way of accessing information. Unlike his phone, there's no touchscreen, requiring him to use a mouse instead of his finger.
But the letters, they are not in the good order. They are wrong.
the letters are out of order.
Yes, the Q, W, look, E, R, are not, is not like that normally.
Yeah, the arrangement of the keyboard keys might be disturbing. But they are put in the same way on your phone, aren't they?
No, my brother helped me to put in otherwise. He changed the keyboard for me.
Yeah, I understand. But we can't do it here. So let's just use that keyboard.
Oh, well, go write you, but the time I write, it will be too late, and we will not have time.
Okay. Next time we will take the time and we will do it together. So then I type chocolate fondant recipe and I click the button enter, and you see magic. The computer displays everything you found. Do you see?
Oh, yeah. He's the one who actually does the work for us.
Yeah, it's mostly that things are going faster because we should have looked in other books where there are plenty of possibilities. Here we are going to take this one. Here it is displayed. So there you can see the recipe. But it's for 6 people.
That's not enough. We are 10 and 2 supervisor.
We are 12 today for lunch.
That's it. So what do we have to do?
We had ingredients.
Yes, but how?
We had one more time.
Right?
What is the fortuitous lesson in this scene? It's a math lesson. The chocolate fondant recipe is for 6, but 12 guests are expected. Juanita and Roberto learn to multiply by 2 the amount of each ingredient. They also learn to be methodical and meticulous in their note-taking when Juanita writes the shopping list.
What does the recipe say? We need
2 whole eggs.
Yeah. So for 12 people, how many do we need?
Four.
Yeah, that's it. And then
30 grams of flour. So it's 60 grams of 4 12s.
yeah, and then
100 grams of butter, 100 grams of sugar, and 100 grams of chocolate. Well, that's easy.
It's 200 grams for each.
yeah. It's okay. Did you write everything down, Juanita?
Yes.
So, our budget is €2 per person. So, how much do we have in total?
Well, that's 12 person and €2 for each.
That's it.
Uh, 24 euros.
Yeah, very well. So, let's go then. So, we have found everything. Hmm? Let's do the accounts before starting the recipe.
Here's the receipt.
Very well. How much did we spend?
11 euros and 54 cents.
Okay. And how much is left? Can you look at the change and see how much is left?
5 euros plus 2 euros plus 1 euros.
And the cents, I have 2 of 20, 1 of 5, 1 of 1 cents.
Which makes...
8 euros. And you, Anita?
46 cents.
Very well. This is what we have left in change. And now it's time to start the recipe.
The math lesson continues. Here they are calculating the expenses. Roberto and Juanita must subtract and verify that they were given the correct change. At the same time, they learn to identify and recognize the different value units of euro banknotes and coins. Fortuitous teaching is being able to stimulate involuntary learning. In daily life's activities, fortuitous teaching opportunities are abundant, and also animation can be used. When learning an activity, language is the most commonly used medium. But the social worker may also need to use pictograms, photos, films, and more. We find fortuitous teaching in sports, visual arts, storytelling, theater, and dance. These activities also allow service users to express themselves. The majority of social worker interventions involve incidental teaching, whether it's a matter of transmitting knowledge and know-how, learning life's rules, or becoming autonomous. The social worker must think carefully about the reasons behind interventions and the support given to service users.